My name's Emmy. I am a Gunai Kurnai artist. Gunai Kurnai is located in Gippsland, and I'm lucky enough to be able to visit there very frequently with my family and spend a lot of time on my country. I obviously live down here in Wurundjeri country now, and I've been practicing artwork professionally for just over 5 years. I really loved the medium. So the idea of working on a water tank is something very different to your standard mural on a wall, and I love working with the grainy textures as well, and working my way around that, trying to make lines look a little bit more flush against a fabric that's not. So that was the first thing that drew me to this project, was the fact that it was just a medium that you don't often get to paint on, especially, you know, a full artwork. So this inspiration was about my time living in Monbulk, where I've made so many amazing connections, and I really wanted that reflected within this artwork piece. That's where the two people coming together idea came from. I also think it is a really beautiful, diverse landscape here in Monbulk, with you've got the hills and you've got many creeks that run through that, so I also wanted that featured within here, and along with like some beautiful greenery that we get so wonderfully up here in the hills. The Wurundjeri community have a beautiful practice of coming together for ceremonies that they still practice today, so I wanted that to be part of the reflection in here. They also have a really strong connection to their country, so I wanted to be doing that justice in this piece. I also have possum skin cloaks reflected on the people here, but I've flipped them inside out so they're the opposite way, which isn't necessarily how we would wear them, but I wanted to show the patchwork designs on the inside, and I wanted those designs to be quite bright and vibrant to reflect the vibrancy that is Wurundjeri and First Nations cultures. While I'm from another country, I have predominantly grown up on Kulin Nation land, and I've lived within Wurundjeri country for the start of my life and now at this end of my life too, which has been a really lovely way of being able to be connected within that culture as well. So I felt like I have spent a lot of time in that country, in that culture as well, to be able to be at least connected enough to produce something that I felt like reflected my own personal journey here, but also was honouring all the amazing practices that they have continued and amazingly continue to do to today. I actually would really love the community to feel like their children can interact with it. So I've seen a few kids come up here and they just kind of trace the line work, and I think that's a really beautiful way of children interacting with art that's out in public. I also just think the fact that there's multiple different tanks makes a really beautiful day trip to the hills to come around and see all these amazing tanks that have been painted by First Nations artists. I am proud to be a part of a project that wasn't done for a particular event or anything like that. I think it was just a really beautiful way of honouring First Nations arts and First Nations culture without it needing to be tied to a specific week or a specific event. It was just done because, and I think that's a really wonderful project to be a part of, something that was done because there was value in First Nations art. I personally love seeing First Nations art in public spaces, especially in unique spaces. Like this is very much within the landscapes, and I think that's a really beautiful way to experience, you know, bright and vibrant First Nations art just out in country, on country.